Hey! Hey, Mina! And, yeah, I hope she come back too.
What's the matter? Aw, you miss her, don't you?
I do.
It's okay. Vivian will feel better and be back before you know it. Well, everyone is gathered in the conference room. May the holy light guide you.
You too.
There you are.
Oh, there. Oh, Headmaster?
The situation has taken a turn for the worse. The seed threat has spread beyond the planets.
Oh, no.
We're going to let Professor Tom Rain give you the rundown. Professor?
Yes, allow me to explain. I've been analyzing A-photons retrieved from the remnant seed. I've found an energy signature matching those A-photons in the void of space, beyond the 3 planets. The source of the signal is a satellite. That satellite is severely infected by the seed.
What?
I have absolutely determined it's another hive. It is extremely crucial that we investigate and disable it.
A hive is a satellite or small colony that has been infected by the seed. It pulsates like a life form and can be considered a living base.
Fortunately for us, the hive we've discovered is not yet fully formed. It still lacks self-defense capabilities.
That's good. We can just answer the infiltrate then.
If we go now, we can infiltrate the hive.
So, we'd like you to infiltrate the hive first and carry out an investigation.
Of course.
After detailed data of the hive is obtained, the Guardians and the Alliance military will exterminate it. Bring Lou with you to collect the data. Lou? Lou, come on.
Hurry. Please hurry.
Lou, what's wrong?
What?
It's me, Vivian. I've borrowed Lou's body for a moment, but there's something I need to tell you.
What? But personal caste hacking is still only just a theory. I didn't believe it was possible.
Helga has taken me to the hive. Please come to the hive. Helga plans to release the seed confined during the unification point. Please stop her. Use the might of the Guardians.
On our way.
What do you think, Obel?
It might be a trap.
I promise you it's not. If you don't hurry, the seed will... President Dalgan, Headmaster Nav, please come to the hive.
Oh no.
Well, we have no choice but to shut her off. We need to hurry and gather up the other Lou units. Lou is a bank of classified Guardians information.
Vivian was probably talking about the hive we've just discovered. If that's the case, then infiltration just became that much more dangerous.
True. We're going to need to rethink this strategy.
We should work with the Alliance military to carry out this operation.
That could work.
Let's do that. You just stand by until the plan is decided. Sorry about all this.
Vivian.
You knew it was me.
Of course I know. You sound very strange, but I knew it was you, deep down.
How wonderful. I wanted to see you. I wanted to talk to you.
Me too. Let's hear what you have to say.
Can you please come to the hive?
Yeah.
You're the only one I can ask. Please stop Helga.
Oh, I will. And besides, there's something very strange about this Helga woman with her true ability. I know she says she has a seed form, but I never actually fought her. This is my chance to do it.
Please, just come to the hive. You can stop Helga's plans. I know you can.
Of course. I'll come save you and stop Helga.
That's true. You can't ask the Guardians, let alone the Alliance military, can you?
That is true.
It might be reckless, but you could go to Motube and try asking for help from the rogues.
That's right. Tyler did the same thing for Ethan, so if I can ask him that, it won't be that hard again.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I wish I didn't have to tell you to do something that would hurt the Guardians' trust in you.
Well, Alliance or no, well, Guardian or no, you're still my friend, and I couldn't just leave a friend behind. So I don't really care about Guardian trust or anything like that. Besides, people are more important than just an Alliance or a Legion.
Here, this is Lou's partner card. I figure I should give you this.
Thanks.
The Lou units are all being observed by the Guardians' intelligence section. But somehow I'll escape and guide you to the hive.
Of course.
Please let me help, for the sake of Garal.
Of course. You saved me and I saved you. Let's do this on old time's sake.
Hey, I didn't expect to see you at a place like this. Come here to take a load off?
I wish I could say that, but it's more important than this.
Lena! The Landil might be able to get us to the hive.
Huh? What's up with her? Is she having an off day?
It's a long story. But right now, there's someplace we would like the Landil to take us.
What's going on?
Oh, hey Tyler. This is good that you're here. We need to get to the hive.
Tyler, would you please take us to the hive?
Did you say a hive? There's no such thing anymore. The Alliance military wiped out all traces of it.
No, Helga is at a hive. She wants to unleash all the confined seed on Garal again. Please.
Is that you, Vivian?
Yes, this is her.
What? Yes, you can tell? I feel bad about nanotransing someone else's body, but...
It is you. I thought I'd seen that look somewhere before.
Must be nice to be a cast. You can change your appearance so easily.
Which I am surprising. The perfect hacking was very incredible. It's like shapeshifting.
Well, looks like you're serious. We'll let you use our ship. We still owe you one.
Thank you!
Thanks, Tyler. That meant a lot.
But I never thought I'd be going back to a hive again.
You've been to a hive before?
Yes, but at the time, we had a communion shield to protect us from the hive's attacks. We won't have that this time around.
This hive still lacks defensive capabilities.
Wish it's a good thing we can go ahead and destroy it.
So this is the only chance we have.
All right, I trust you.
We'll have to see about that, Chewie. I'm always grateful. Tyler's not even a bad bird. Yeah. I hope it's not too high. If it is, I might have to leave. There's something about we have to leave once everything's ready. I think I still have time to do the mission. Well, one mission can't hurt. Calling mission coming. Okay, I see what it said. Well, let me just do one mission like this. Let me just do one mission of this, and then I will... Okay. That was a little hard, but not too.
I knew you could do it. You're so wonderful.
Welcome. Take a look around. Welcome. Take a look around.
Alright, time for the hive. If it's too hard, I have to go back and level up more. Oh, that's right. Ah, there you are. Right back to the hive.
This place was formerly an energy satellite powered by an A-photon reactor. I've been shut down and am being held by Helga, but I still have control over my own consciousness.
That's good.
I wanted desperately to stop Helga, and somehow was suddenly accessing Lou's systems. I've been able to use Lou's body without arousing any suspicions so far. This hive still doesn't have that many defensive capabilities, for now at least. But the infection is advancing. As it continues, this hive will become an impregnable fortress. And countless seed forms will continue to be born here. A hive manufactures seed and seed forms. If we sit by and do nothing, we'll be in big trouble. Let's hurry.
Right. If I remember correctly, there's a good ending and a bad ending. So I need to make sure I get the good ending. Kinda hope Ethan or others can come with us, but it's just two of us. Sea wall. How surprised. Alright, Mr. Warlock, let's play ice. She was right behind me. Was she far?
Wait a minute. This is where Helga's Illuminous henchmen are.
That's not good.
There aren't many of them, but we can't risk being detected.
What?
This Illuminous soldier. He's dead. It looks like he was smashed. What? What is a creature like this doing here?
Creature? Oh. Stop hurting her.
Is a human? This is that creature's original form?
Oh man, we killed a human.
Yes, it must be. They carried out seed experiments on this poor soul.
That's not good.
Helga turned them into that horrible thing.
Curse that Helga. What does she think she's doing? Trying to turn everyone into a monster?
Let's go. If we don't, the people of Garal will surely face the same fate.
Yeah, can't let that happen. Gotta stop her and Elena.
I'm glad you came.
Yes, I'm glad I came.
Thank you for believing in me.
Of course, I always believe in you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little carried away there.
There's no need to be sorry. You doing yourself more good.
But the reason I have this heart, these emotions, it's really all thanks to you. Forget about it. Let's get going.
Hold on. Oh god.
Welcome.
Oh, that's right.
Welcome.
I wonder if usually have a saber.
Welcome.
Hey there.
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
Okay. Nope. Already got in trouble on the last time, Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Kind of sad I can't actually let go That's the only armor we got.
again? Oh, come on. I'm growing tired of seeing the same old faces.
2 of them? Oh, that's right. And yes, Helga. we come here to kill you.
So you've come to get a glimpse of my little hive project, have you? Quite a beauty, isn't it? Originally, I was just looking to destabilize the seal to release the hive, confined during the unification point. But in doing so, I managed to create small-scale seed that could be used to cause local outbreaks. And I also figured out how to stabilize a strain of seed that can infect people too. As a bonus, the improvements in the small-scale seed allowed me to infect this satellite as well.
What?
Imagine, being able to create a hive. It was a wonderful miscalculation.
What we thought were remnant seed were created and scattered by you, weren't they?
That's right.
This is me. This is Lou. I've had my consciousness taken away from me, but I seem to have regained it. I've been able to observe, so I do not require a status update. I can move.
Welcome back.
You're Vivian, but I shut you off.
You did, but what you didn't do is shut off some consciousness.
Helga Neumann. For violating the Convention on Seed Research, the abduction of Mr. Regal, and attacks on the Guardian's colony. And Vivian, for grievous hacking crimes against the Guardian's data systems.
Oh man.
I'm exercising my Guardian's authority and placing both of you under arrest.
Now wait a minute. Okay, I get Helga, but Vivian had nothing to do with it. She made a mistake.
I will accept whatever punishment you deem fit for using your body. But now...
Vivian, your crimes include leaking classified Guardian's information to the Illuminus.
Me? No! I would never do that!
That's right, Vivian. You didn't have a clue, did you? You're such a goody-goody after all.
You can't blame her for this. This is your doing, Helga.
But you were made to be an Illuminous spy. Everything you saw, everything you heard, it's all been transmitted back to me.
You're lying!
But you didn't know. You were such a good little Guardian. You're a copycat, a copy of me, manufactured to simulate my combat ability and thoughts.
What?
So Guardians, take note. This is Vivian's true form. She's nothing more than my puppet.
No! Stop! No!
Vivian! You will finish these Guardians with your own hands.
No. quite strong. Oh no. Sorry, man. Like that?
I thought she'd be more useful than that. What a piece of junk.
She is useful, and she's not a piece of junk. She a cat, but deep down to me, she's human. Respect her.
I am not your tool.
That's right. Say it. Say it.
You regain consciousness? How did you break free from my control?
My heart. You cannot stain my heart with darkness.
Silence! You can only imitate people. You're just a puppet.
She's not a puppet.
You're a copy of me. Fight until you can no longer. Give them a bloodbath.
I am me. I'm not you. I'm not a copy of you. My heart has experienced the light. It cannot be stained by darkness.
What are you talking about? You have no heart. Only darkness.
That may be true that this robot don't have a heart, but it can have one once you give it and learn and experience. You underestimate her, Helga.
I won't be stained by you.
The control unit self-destructed. How did you...
That is enough. Lay down your weapons and surrender. A Guardians and Alliance military fleet is en route to destroy the Hive. There is nowhere left to run. I will say once more, lay down your weapons and surrender.
You think you can destroy this hive? They won't even be able to get near it.
What?
You'll see.
Helga is getting away! Let's go after her!
Right.
That is not necessary. We will take you back to headquarters now.
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna punish us.
But Helga!
I am formally notifying you. You will be tried for leaking information to the Illuminus, as well as depriving me of my fundamental rights.
I don't know if I try, but think it's maybe fired?
Do you understand? You are a copycast. You are not a cast, but a mechanical imitation.
She's not a copycat, she is a normal cast. How can you say that?
They are permitted with limited cerebral functions and appearances that don't resemble the four races. And violation of those terms is illegal. And of course, machines don't have basic rights. After your hearing, you will likely be destroyed.
But I...
Move. Don't do this. She deserves it.
No, I will accept any punishment given to me.
No, we're gonna stop Helga together. That's what we're gonna do. Get the irons. Get the Guardians. I love the Guardians deep down. But I love people. So I can't let them taken away.
But for now, please let me follow Helga.
The Alliance military and Guardians are coming. There is no need to follow Helga.
Helga is trying to use this hive to release the confined seed.
If we don't stop her, all the seed is gonna destroy everything.
This hive is a gate to break the seal from the unification point. Helga plans to use the hive technology to unleash the confined seed on Garal all over again. Those vibrations from before are proof The hive is preparing to do that. If we don't follow Helga now, the fleet will be wiped out by the released seed.
So, if we go now, are you saying that we can prevent that?
Yes.
Then I will transmit this new plan to the Lu unit at headquarters. Let us follow Helga.
Thank you, Lu.
I'm glad you have a good heart.
Welcome